Birds. Oh yeah. We got one rolling back.
Welcome to Incredible Things. Birds are not strangers to airplanes, as there were 17,000 strikes in 2022. Our buddies on this episode are the vultures, the symbol of death. They even once put a whole plane in a Mayday situation. And this is just one of the most bizarre facts about vultures, as we will slide through the history and cultures involving this creature. Now let's start the countdown. Number 5. Vultures are really nasty. Even though vultures are birds of prey, they do get hunted by a lot of predators in the jungle. However, no predators want to catch them because this is a difficult process. Just like other kinds of animals in the wild, the vultures also take some actions to protect themselves. When they feel the predators are near, they will start vomiting, and the smell of vomit is seriously terrible, as no creatures can stand that. In case you want to know what it smells like, just imagine that you ate a sandwich with only onion slices and gone-off meat, and that stinky smell of yours is exactly what the vultures always produce. So we recommend you not to prank these buddies. Moreover, just like other birds, vultures defecate on their legs to cool themselves down. If their feet are covered in a slippery white liquid, then you'll know that's their poop. This is actually normal since most vultures are living in Africa and some Asian countries where it can get extremely hot, up to 130 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. Number 4. The oldest known vulture was 79 years old. Vultures are among the birds that have a long lifespan. Most vultures can live for 15 to even 30 years. Meanwhile, some special species, such as California condor, may consider retirement seriously since they have an amazing life expectancy of 60 years. The oldest vulture ever lived in captivity is an Andean condor, as it was reported that this grandfather was 79 years old. Considering their habitat of consuming flesh, that sounds kind of strange when they can live for such a long time. But in fact, vultures' stomach systems produce a lot of acid to process rotten food. And obviously, that's their main job to keep the environment clean. Therefore, we guess they are not really interested in being a vegan at all, because nothing lasts forever though. Number 3. Vultures' greatest achievement came from an airplane accident. In November 1973, an aircraft incident happened in Ivory Coast. As reported by the pilots, one of the engines exploded and stalled, and the plane had to make an emergency landing. Luckily, no one was injured. The authorities quickly investigated and found that the thing that hit the engine was a Rüppell's vulture. At that time, it was believed that no birds could fly as high as airplanes' cruising altitude. The plane was 37,000 feet above sea level when the vulture hit the engine. This incident became more interesting to the scientists. They finally recognized Rüppell's vulture as the highest flying animal on the planet. The unlucky vulture might stay happy in heaven knowing that he brought victory to his kind. Number 2. In Peru, vultures are also employees of the government. This is another real but kind of ridiculous story. Our buddies, vultures, are known as free environment cleaners. But in Lima, Peru in 2016, some vultures became environment police, hunting down people who dumped garbage illegally. They were equipped with special equipment such as GoPro cameras and GPS sensors, and they flew around the city to locate the place where garbage is dumped, as well as catching images of illegal dumpers. This was a project founded by the Ministry of Environment. The city of Lima was drowning in 8,000 tons of garbage daily, and water contamination was a serious issue that the authorities had to take action quickly. Although after 8 years, there are no exact statistics or results of this project, it did raise awareness and people's stance on the vultures, which they really disliked these buddies. Number 1. vultures take part in some spooky cultures. You already know Tibet is a solitary and peaceful place in the world with a beautiful skyline behind the Green Mountains. But we think you haven't heard of a custom that will give you goosebumps. It's called sky burial. When the burial takes place, family relatives of the dead will bring the remains to any mountaintops where vultures live. As the vulture herd comes to the ground, they will literally consume the flesh quickly until there are only bones. This sounds kind of creepy, right? The locals explained that they thought of vultures as guardians of the sky, and sacrificing the body to them means giving the chance of reincarnation in the afterlife. A similar custom also takes place in India and some Islamic countries, as you may have heard of the Tower of Silence, an open roof tomb where flesh is laid on top of it and waits for the vultures to come and consume. However, these customs don't appear usually anymore, due to the massive decline of vultures. Many vulture species are listed as near threatened or endangered by the Red List. Well, that wrapped up our video. What do you want to see in the next top 5? Please let us know in the comments below. And remember to hit subscribe if you want more incredible videos.